Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Sorry, I said that backwards. Wherever you are in the world, thank you for joining us for the Joy Intelligence Edge. And this morning, we're continuing our conversation on culture, retention, and engagement. And so, yesterday, we went over a lot of statistics, and I received a whole bunch of questions and comments about those. So, one, you can watch the replay. Two, let's just summarize for a moment. But before I summarize, first, let's talk about what really the heart and soul of Joy Intelligence does. All of you absolutely experience this, which is the following happens when you get up in the morning. You get hit with outside stressors, the economic storm, gas prices, the war, whatever it is going on in the world, and it impacts all of us. And the heart and soul of Joy Intelligence is take control of your emotional reactions and stop reacting to outside events that you cannot control. Let me say that again. Take control of your emotional reactions to stressors and events that are out of your control and become more in control, the master of your own responses. And when you do just that, communication is optimized, relationships are better, engagement is better, and more importantly, higher profits. And the way to do that is to start with the engagement. So we've had all these types of world events going on for as long as humans have been on the planet. Yes, it might be more stressful today, but the key is we have a path for you to be in charge of what happens and not reacting. When you're reactive, you're a step behind. You're reacting to things you cannot take control of. You have control over strategy, engagement, communication. So as we start each morning, it is what we like to call PEP. So purpose, execution, and proof. So this morning, I would love to have you all do something very simple, whether you're a leader, CEO, board member, or dare I say, regular employee. You're not yet regular. Remember, we're all snowflakes. We bring our unique talents to every situation we're in. So most of us are not regular. But if you're not in charge, I'd like you to ask this question to everyone on your team. Have your bosses ask this question. You can just start with one person today. Start with one person. It's a powerful question. So take a breath in. If you're driving, you're already sitting. Keep your eyes on the road. Keep your eyes open. Breathe in, breathe out. Think, how will I use this question that we're going to share in a moment? What's the feeling that comes up when you hear this question? So, chair of joy, sit, breathe, think, feel. When you do this, you've already done the powerful reset in your brain. That's science. So here's the question I'd like for you to use. Why are you at our workplace? Why are you at our workplace? I think you'll be surprised by the answer. Sometimes the answer will be to get a paycheck. Sometimes the answer will be, I'm looking for someplace else. Now, I know you're not going to say that to your boss, but the culture throughout Nevada right now, and dare I say throughout the United States and probably worldwide, is disengagement. Teams, employees are not plugged into the workplace. So if you start the conversation with no ramifications, why are you here? you are creating engagement. If you would like, here's an even better question that will immediately increase the engagement, probably surprise you with the answers. And remember, as a leader, CEO, department head, it doesn't all have to fall on your shoulders. You have a team of people, you have outreach. And so the other question, if you want, can be this: what do you believe would make our team or workplace better? Could be one answer, could be multiple answers. And when you say the question seriously, what do you believe will make our workplace better? And you say there's no ramifications to this. I'm interested in your thoughts and feelings about this issue. One, you're going to have more insight than you probably ever wanted. And two, you're going to have real-time data with information to make your place better, optimal. And when you do that with each person on the team or the whole team together and multiple departments, you start the culture change. And just the process of more engagement optimizes not only motivation, but something powerful happens. When you do this type of engagement, and we're asking you to do this daily, purpose, execution, proof, when you do this daily, people start to get it. They will not say, oh, it's another initiative. Oh, they're talking to another consultant. They'll say, wow, my opinion is valued. My input is respected. They're asking me questions. And that starts the conversation of, I want to be here. I have control over what can make my workplace better. And thus, retention will go up. Your people will become an absolute recruiting force for your organization. So sometimes the feedback might be harsh, yet when we get information, we can do something about it. And the Joy Intelligence Edge is a framework to help you manage that conversation, stay consistent with that conversation. And we know when employees are engaged, when they're following vision, mission, goals, when they're connected to the outcome, you have a workforce that becomes unstoppable. They will move the organization forward. It starts with a simple conversation. When you're open to the feedback, what's the execution? Track the feedback you get. Track the feedback you get. And once you get the answer, what's the most powerful engagement that you can do? Please share that in the comments on LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube. When you ask this question and get an answer, does anybody have a guess what the most powerful follow-up question is? So think about that while you're driving into work or if you're sitting at your desk listening to me. The most powerful follow-up question is, if I put you in charge of solving that, how would you have us implement it? Ask your team, your employees, your board members, how can they step up to implement the change? And when you, as a leader, or you as a team member, or you as an employee, step up to implement and share and keep the communication ball rolling, people get it. They will say, wow, this isn't just a one-off. We're actually doing this 3 weeks later. Work has become exciting again. And the normal stresses that are at your workplace, whether it be healthcare, manufacturing, engineering, those stressors are there, people begin dealing with them differently. They become proactive rather than reactive. And when you head it off at the pass ahead of time, your organization begins to grow. So with Joy Intelligence, we want to help you with the framework of implementing this and keeping the follow through so that you become an organization of growth, of being proactive, and not only being in control of reactions, but mastering your emotions so that you use them in a proactive, joyful way. Remember the four core emotions that are stuck in your DNA: joy, survival, fear, anger. Everything else is temporary. And remember, you are not your emotions. So, again, I'm asking all of you listening to this show this morning, ask one of two questions. What would you like to change on our team or organization to make it better? Or why are you working here? Those answers, when they're honest, will propel your team, organization, department, and leadership forward. Because let's take the elephant out of the room. And when we have engagement and commitment, it becomes powerful. It becomes joyful, fun, exciting, and challenging to come to work because everyone is involved in the solution and the vision and the mission. It can be hard, it can be fun, it can be joyful. Join us again tomorrow morning for the Joy Intelligence Edge, where we'll talk about more solutions to propel you forward no matter what the outside world is going through. Have a fabulous Wednesday. See you tomorrow morning.